Okay, hello everyone. Today we're doing number 20, valid parentheses. We did it last time in C Sharp and today we're doing it in JavaScript as per usual. This problem was given from Facebook in a coding interview. So the whole idea is that we are going to get a string that's going to be consisting of open and closing brackets, so something along these lines. And we need to say if it was actually closed validly. Now, from last time, I was thinking that there might be a 2 pointer way, and I'm actually going to talk about this currently because it's interesting. If we go from backwards, right? So let's say that we have first pointer here and second pointer, which is going to be the length. And in my case, I'm going to have the first pointer pointing to this thing over here. So this is going to be first pointer, it's going to be equal to that. And second pointer is going to be equal to this. So whenever I actually go into the middle one, I'm going to take the second pointer and I'm going to see this closing bracket. I'm going to take the first one, look it into the dictionary and see if this key, right, when I take a look at this key, is this value the same as this one? If it is, then I'm just going to go down to the middle, and this is going to be a more efficient way. So anyway, we're going to use stack as we did in the C# code. So I have prepared something here that I'm going to just paste it. This here is my dictionary. So all I did was say let object equal to the dictionary here, and I just declared a variable that's going to be possible closing scope that I'm going to use. With that said, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to be placing stuff in the stack. So everything that's going to be open brackets, everything that is going to be consisting as a key in this obj here is going to be placed in the stack. And if we have something that's not a key, which means that it's going to be a closing scope, then I'm going to pop this from the stack, see if this key value here is equal to this one. If it is, then I'm just going to pop the other thing from the stack, and so on and so forth. The same idea, it's just that we're using the space complexity as a constant with the 2-pointer method that I was talking about. With that said, let's go and create the stack that I'm going to be saying as an empty array. And now I'm just going to say a for loop here. So I'm going to go for, let index equal 0, index is less than s length, index plus plus, the same as C# for now. And here there's going to be a couple of different moves that I'm going to do. So first, I want to extract the current character that I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to say const ch is going to be equal to s of index. Okay? So now I'm always going to push index inside. I mean, not the index, but the ch that we got from the s of index if it is in the obj. So as I said, if it's an open bracket, I'm just going to place it into the stack. So if ch in obj, and then I'm just going to go stack dot push, and I'm going to be pushing the ch. If it's not into the dictionary that we created here, it means that it's either one of these three, because I know that only these three are allowed. So s consists of parentheses only, so you can see this thing over here. It's always nice to ask in an interview, what input am I expecting, so you can handle everything appropriately. So now I know that I'm just going to get all of these 6 things. And if I get something that's closed one, right, I want to pop from the stack and I want to do this arithmetic that I was talking about. So I'm going to place a big else here, and I'm going to say const closing scope. Since I am sure that if it's not in the dictionary as a key, it's going to be a closing scope, and I'm just going to say ch here. And I'm just going to write a comment just to visualize that. So I'm just going to have this. Then I'm going to say if stack the length is bigger or equal than 1, possible closing scope is going to be equal to our stack pop. Right? So I'm going to pop from the stack, and I am going to have this. If we don't have anything in the stack, however, it means that I was beginning with the closing one. I'm just going to return false here. Okay, so now we have the thing from the stack and the closing bracket that we're sure that it's a closing one. All I need to do is to take this value, so this key has a value. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna say, is it equal to this one? If it is, I'm just gonna continue. If it's not, I'm just gonna return false. So I'm gonna say if possible closing scope in obj. I'm gonna open and close brackets here. I'm gonna set const scope is gonna be equal to obj of the possible closing one. Good. And now I need to check. So here I should have this again. And all I need to check is if scope is not equal to closing scope, which is this thing over here, I am going to return false. And that's pretty much it. If it's not in the dictionary, then I'm just going to return false again. All right. And if everything is actually going to flow and everything is correct, I'm not going to end up in any one of these returns. And all I want to do is I'm just going to return the stack dot count, actually length equals 0. And that's pretty much it. So if everything is out of the stack, it means that I've run it correctly and everything should be working. Okay, let's use example test cases. Run code. And we have a problem, so let's see true, 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 and false. Okay, so where is the problem here? Let's go a little bit live debugging here, even though I don't see anything, since it's not like Visual Studio or something like that. If possible closing scope in obj, yes, then I'm going to extract const scope obj if possible closing scope. It's going to be this, and if I say if I have scope that's not equal to closing one, I'm just going to return false. Yes, I'm actually going to do exactly that, and I return three times true. Right, so I do return 3 times true, meaning that the problem should be somewhere in the returning false sections. So what might that be? If scope is not equal to closing scope, then I'm just going to return true, false, not true. Yeah, that's exactly how it should be. And if it's not, I'm also going to return false. Okay. Style length bigger or equal than 1. Alright, well, I guess I'm just going to need to console.log. Let's go with ch and see what I get. And I have the problem at the last one. So let's see what's going on. Else, unexpected token, else. What if this else? Okay, it doesn't really matter. I wanted console.log ch. So at first I'm going to see this bracket and then I'm going to have the closing one. So closing one is going to be this. Then I'm going to have this, correct. If possible, scope in obj. Possible scope is this, it is in obj, alright. Then I'm going to say const scope equals to obj if possible closing scope, which is going to be this, and I'm going to check if scope, closing scope. So where is the problem? Why console.log scope? I'm going to say console.log closing scope. Alright, let's go. Did I forget to... It's just returning true. Oh. Alright, that was... that was weird. Okay. I guess when you don't go to the for loop, you don't get an error, you just get a always true result because this is always length of 0. All right, well, that was a good 3 minutes waste here. Sorry for that. So let's submit to the server and see if that's going to work now. All right, there it is. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope that this was not so obvious to you because probably you have been dying inside to tell me that I had a problem with length typo here. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next one. Bye.